Senior investigative reporter Aaron Katersky right now. He's joining me live for more on this. So, Aaron, multiple speakers attended this meeting, and they called for an independent investigation into the mass shooting. There are several ongoing investigations already. So what would make this additional investigation different from the others?
Geez, it's hard to see how you could learn any more than we've already learned about the police response, about the readiness of the school. But I think parents are looking for the most thorough report they can find to fully understand what happened to their kids, how they died at school, a place where they're supposed to be safe and learning. And I think they're looking for any possible answer here. You heard the passionate plea from the one father who said he's done his crying, now it's time for fighting. They're not going to let this go until they get the kind of answers that they're seeking.
So this new report from the Texas State Legislature found that there was no designated incident commander at the scene, and that the school district police chief, Pete Arredondo, who we've talked so much about, has failed to take on that role. He did fail to take on that role. He said he didn't feel like he was the commander despite assigning himself to it in the department's active shooter plan. So how does he still have a job?
Many parents were wondering the very same thing as they questioned the school board and the superintendent, who said that it would be up to the board to decide Arredondo's future. One woman said if he's not fired by noon today, she was going to raise hell. And there's a real question about whether somebody who comes in for such damning criticism in multiple investigations into the shooting, how he is still employed. There may be a concern on the district's part about finding a replacement, or what happens if you get rid of the entire force. It's quite small to begin with. Who would replace them and under what circumstances? But the school board apparently is going to take up Arredondo's employment in the future. He did say he didn't title himself. He didn't feel like he was the incident commander, although he was, according to other officers, he was the one that was in charge, or at least they were told he was in charge, and actively negotiating with the shooter. And that's part of the reason why some officers said they didn't want to just bust in and ruin those negotiations, although we know that the communication just wasn't there.
And the new report also found that the school was unprepared for an armed intruder. We've talked a lot about that, and that the school staff knew that doors were unlocked. So how will safety change now going forward?
The school district believes that they're going to try and implement some changes. Obviously, the report said there was a culture, particularly at Robb Elementary School, of not taking door closing and door locking seriously. You can imagine that would change throughout the district. But Kira, there are 80,000 schools in the state of Texas, and you're talking about hardening them all or making all of them safe. It does seem like quite an investment, and nowhere does the report discuss whether it was appropriate for the shooter to have the kind of gun that he had.
All right, Aaron, we'll continue to follow all of these investigations, of course. Thank you so much.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.